So you've got yourself your averages, but it would be nice if we could highlight which ones were which, wouldn't it? And I wonder how we can do it. Alright lads and lasses, welcome along. Weekend work. Showing you this, right? This is a really nice little piece of work that we can do. So what I've done with here is we've set something up so it'll highlight whether something is the median value or the modal value. And you could set it up to do the mean value as well. It's just trickier sometimes to do the mean value. But the modal is a good one to have. So which one's the most common? The median as well, kind of where's that middle value that we've got. So you've got definitive values that are there, right, which is ideal to be able to flag these up. So what we can see when we look at our loan data is we can see that we've got a definite tail going across that way, isn't it? Can't we? Right? As the data tails off in terms of the loan amounts. So we've got one loan, I think we've got a single loan value of 450. If we zoom right in, we should be able to see. So we can see we've got a single data point out of 400, single data point out of 450, that kind of thing. So we've got a clear case that most of our loans aren't very much, but some of them are quite significant, right? So it'd be nice to be able to break it down and see. And what we can do here is we can click and we can say, well, let's look at business goals and see actually how are those loan amounts spread out. And what we can see is that the most common business loan amount is $10,000, but the median value, so the middle point where the loans are, is at 15,000. How do you do this? What does it take to build this? It's really simple. It's actually a really quick and easy thing to do. So what I've done, if we have a look here, right, is if we go and click on the data colors, you can see that instead of it having a color, it's got a rule, right? Click on the rule and you'll see what I've done. So what I've done, basically set up a measure that's going to return a value. And in this case, I've kind of set it up along the lines of a KPI. So you've got a 1, a 0, a -1. The 0, -1, 1 is kind of the normal way of doing KPIs, and that's what Power BI will expect. There are other ways of doing this kind of a thing. For now, this I think is the simplest one, and once you get your head around this, the other ones are all just different ways of doing it. So we can see what we need to be able to do is figure out, is this value that we're looking at in the column, does it relate in the color select to a 1, a 0, or a -1? And that's going to be really the piece that we've got to write here. So I've written color select already, but what I'll do is I'm going to write it again for you so you can see, and we'll talk through the steps that I have to go through to create it. So the first thing, as always, I'm going to click to create a new measure. Okay, and we're going to call this color select 2, and it's going to equal. So far, so good. This is pretty easy. So the first thing we need to do is use variables. So this is something that you're going to have to do and get used to, right? So in this case, this is going to be 1. Okay, you need to give it names, words. If you use numbers, it doesn't like it for variables. Okay, so I'm just going to call this 1. It's going to equal. We're going to do a calculate because we need to change some of the filters on it. So we need to change the context. So this is going to calculate the modal average. But what we want to do is we want to keep the filters for the values of the loan goals, yeah? So we want to be able to see it at a loan goal level. And I'm saying that we need to do that because the next step we're going to do is an all. So we're going to be returning all the offers table. Okay, so we've now got something that's going to give us a value for the modal average for that loan goal reason that we select. The next thing we need to do is to get one. This one is going to be M1, so -1. calculate, and this is going to be the median. And again, we'll keep the filters for the values of the offers, and IntelliSense is so useful for this. Okay, so far so good. What we next need to do is to test the actual value that we've got, or return the value that we have. Okay, and that's in terms of the column that we're looking at right now. So this is going to be the one we're going to test. So test. And this is going to be the selected value. So we only ever get one value, which is what we want for it. Of the offers case requested amount. Yeah. So what's the current requested amount? What's the column value basically saying? Is it 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, a million? Okay. And then lastly, we're going to return something, which you have to do with variables. And this is going to be an if statement. So if our test equals mod, or sorry, our equals 1. Yeah, so if it's the modal, then return a 1. Okay. Otherwise, if test equals the value we're going to have for -1, then return -1. Otherwise, it's going to be 0, isn't it? Okay. And that's all that you need to do. So I'll put this in there, and that'll be available for you to download and have a look at and see with your own data set. And the next thing to do is just to set this up as a color, as your color for your colors. So you've already seen we've got it there. Simply a case of going in, picking the right one. So if I change it over to search for this color select 2, you can see you pick the values that you want. We can click OK. See, everything still works. You see me write it, so you know this is a good thing to do, right? And it just adds that extra layer to your reporting. So we'll go through next week, I think, and have a look at how you would set this up to go with our standard deviation values as well. Okay, so have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Ta-da.